You're listening to Opie and Anthony. On the virus, Sirius-XM.
What do you do? Do you ever have to shit when you're fighting? That has always been my greatest fear, besides getting beaten up, that I would have to shit while I was fighting somebody.
There's certain, in the like getting ready in the back room, there's certain guys that have certain things to do, okay?
Rituals.
Yeah, well, that just don't have control over it. I know one guy, I'm not gonna say any names, who always throws up in the back room before he goes out. Like they're just a mess, you know. They don't really want to go out there.
Wow. Nervous.
Yeah, really nervous. Throw up. I have another guy I know who pees the whole time back there. Will not stop. Like, we're about to go out, and I'm cornering him, and he's like, okay, I have to go pee again. And just boom, nonstop.
Wow.
Another guy who would just shit back there, yeah.
Wow. And then there's one guy who does all of those things at the same time. So the guy who pees, that's like a nervous thing. There's no, it's like a weird thing. You're just trying to empty out.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a nervous thing, but then once they walk out there, they're, completely different.
Now, Jimmy, you want to keep your streak alive? You've been put in some holds over the last year here.
Well, what we've done is we've had, because I'm always amazed at the beatings you guys take. We've had BJ put me in a, what was it, an arm bar?
I was
curious as to what that felt like.
For a second. It was like for a split second, and Jimmy went,
only because you see it and you don't know what it feels like.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is that? It wasn't like I didn't think he could do it. He actually did it sitting, and I have such a weak chin, he had trouble getting his leg. It was really humiliating for everybody. And then Randy Couture put me in again, just, I wanted to feel what it was like to be, not choked out, but just to feel that.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking horrible.
Jimmy lasted a half a second on that one.
Yeah, I don't try to play tough.
You tap out real quick.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what a good move.
I would go with the punch to the face, Jimmy.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, you don't want real hard.
He's a hard puncher.
Maybe one of the WEC guys.
Oh, there's the video of the arm bar.
It really now. How is this the way a fighter should look at it? Can't even get it on my.
Look at this. Within 2 seconds, you tapped. It's like, yeah.
Kane's laughing at you. Kane's laughing at you, Jimmy.
He barely put any pressure on you. But you can pretty much get the description if you just you have a full barbecued chicken and you twist the wing off. That's pretty much what it would have done to Jimmy.
Well, I didn't realize that when I put an arm bar, I didn't realize it was pulling you from both directions. Like, it's obviously hurting your arm, but your chest is going the other way too. It's like you're really fucked. Oh. What would you say?
Wait. Here's now Randy giving him a little choke.
This is just embarrassing at this point.
He's getting in the crook of his arm, and Jimmy's...
Watch how long he lasts,
I'm making sure Randy knows this is not for... All right. Well, and it starts tap.
And then Jimmy just goes, wow.
Here's how fast it goes. Start tap. Start tap.
We're just thinking, is there something you can do to Jimmy that's relatively safe?
Okay, I can do
I don't like the fact that he's so eager. Like, before you finish the question, he's like,
I can do a guillotine, which he'll be right here. And
a guillotine, Jimmy? You're going to do a guillotine?
Sure, that sounds like it's pleasant. Good.
Oh, okay.
The guillotine.
All right, guillotine.
Now, what exactly, just for the people at home, what exactly is the guillotine? Is that when I'm standing up, and you're standing up, and you have my neck, and it's kind of like he could lift me by my neck.
Yeah.
Hence the name guillotine. Now, how does one prevent you from doing so? By you would feel the tap if I tap you.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Kane's a professional. You'll be all right, Jimmy.
This continues the tradition of
I love it.
UFC guys just beating up little Jimmy.
Okay.
So Cain Velasquez.
I can get this a bunch of times. I mean, if I got shoot 10,
now
you can catch it here, or if I'm on the ground, I'm trying to get up somehow. I'll push the head out to here. And this is basically this. And I'm just lifting it.
Now, just so people know, Cain is standing facing me. I'm facing him. And my head is kind of down, almost like I'm charging his armpit, which would be a really stupid move to charge his armpit. And he just kind of grabs me, and then you pull up.
Yeah.
Well, let's try that just for a second. But I mean a second.
Do you have a safe word, Jimmy?
Yeah, ouch.
Okay.
You
won't be able to talk.
Okay. All right. I'll tap. I'll tap. Believe me, you'll know.
You'll know,
You want to spit out the gum, and you don't want to choke on it.
You don't want to choke on your
I'll spit out
gum.
the gum.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Too. Right. Do you have any false limbs you want to remove before I do this?
There we go.
Okay.
Jimmy looks nervous.
Here it is, and the sound he made.
That's the worst, because if you do it really good, like we do it in practice, that'll make you gag and everything too.
Jimmy went.
Yeah.
Wow. I understand why guys would want to shit, vomit, and piss before, because you don't want to deal with that during the.
The noise you made.
That's like taking the arm bar and the choke and then multiplying them by 3. I didn't think you could get any more unpleasant than that.
What did that feel like, Jim? Did you feel impending death if that was any longer?
All you think is, please, please stop this. There's nothing you're gonna do.
You aren't ever getting out of
You're putting the pressure on. What part of your hand are you putting the pressure with? Is it your?
This is going right.
It's right in the.
It's like
the bone
wrist
part of the wrist.
Yeah, the bony part of the wrist, right in your throat.
Yeah.
Right, Jimmy, you don't know? You want me to do it again?
Oh no, that was really very.
All right, I just want to make sure.
He's got the. Sam has good footage here. Let's hear the noise. Oh, I'm such a faggot. I just tap immediately. You don't want to make that noise.
Was that the worst of the 3?
Yeah, it was.
Really, worse than Randy's and BJ's.
They were all unpleasant. How does a person get out of that? Once you're in it, you can't get out of it.
No, you can. You got to come in, fight the wrist. The thing is, I put a lot of pressure right here, so it's cutting off the air. I mean, it's not cutting off the.
It's hard to fight when you can't breathe.
Very uncomfortable. So you got to get a little bit of space in between here, and then turn that neck so you turn it this way.
So there are guys.
So you keep your windpipe away from that.
If it's tight, I mean, it's hard to get this down so you can get that. But if you're sweaty and then it makes it a lot easier.
A little more.
You got balls, Jimmy.
Jim Gaffigan is back. Jim, do you want to come sit up here? You're sitting in the back there.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's got a seat over there.
Jim, Jimmy's a great comedian here. You sit up there, and I didn't mean to keep you in the back there. But Gaffigan was. I turned around and realized he was laughing at me.
He was laughing hysterically.
Jim, you used to wrestle, didn't you?
I wrestled in high school. I mean, watching this, it's pretty insane because there's doing it. At least you guys watch it. I'm sitting back there going, I guess it's not on the Lifetime channel. I have 3 little kids, so it's I don't even.
I love how Norton was sort of setting you up, going, you wrestle, meaning the next question would be, why don't you guys play around a little bit on the
mix it up a little bit.
Not at all.
But no, Gaffigan's a strong dude, and it's to see. I don't know how anybody gets out of that situation.
Yeah, how does a guy get out of that? That's trained.
You just fight the wrist. You try. I mean, get separation.
But you got to fight past that initial feeling.
You have to last longer than Jimmy did in order to try to start getting out of it.
You definitely got to be in there, a while to get comfortable in there. I mean, it's cutting off the air, so I mean, you'll learn just to kind of fight through that and just kind of.
But he would be applying full pressure like that. He wasn't applying full pressure.
That wasn't even full pressure.
Well, I didn't have the chance to.
Yeah.
When you see in an actual fight the strength that's being used to pull up like that, you would think the windpipe is going to collapse or the neck's going to break. It's just amazing the amount of energy and the lack thereof that it took to make Jimmy make a gurgling noise.
But I really made that's not a fighter noise. No fighter does that.
You sound like a baby that dropped his nook.
How about, we talk a lot about Fedor. I'm surprised he didn't go to UFC, but a part of me thinks that he might have been, the more I see the heavyweight division in UFC, a part of me thinks that his people might have thought he was going to lose. To some of you guys.
I don't know. I mean, for him, I've always looked up to him. I think he's always been definitely, the best heavyweight out there. As far as, just because he's always mismatched in his size. He goes out there and fights guys who look a lot bigger than him, but he has so much power. On the ground, he's so good. I think he's definitely one of the best always out there.
What was it that tapped him? What the guy's name was? Wordham? Who tapped him?
Verdum. Tapped him out with a triangle. Yeah.
Which is what? It's the guy. What Fedor does, he knocks you down, then he gets on top of you and he really pounds you. But this guy seemed like he almost set him up for that and was trying to get him. Yeah. And a triangle is exactly what?
He had that hold as a triangle. It can be a choke, but then he also had the arm too. So he was cranking on the arm also.
It's when you're on your back and the guy is leaning in, say he punches you, and then you triangle your legs around his arm and neck.
Arm and neck, yeah.
So you're cutting off his air and twisting his arm.
Yeah.
And he seemed like he didn't want to tap.
It could look like you're getting your ass handed to you, and then in a split second, the other guy's going, I've had enough. And sometimes you look and go, what just happened? I have no clue what happened. And you check out the replay and go, wow, that was a fast move. Legs wrap around, the arm goes, and you're breaking the guy's arm.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely that quick, but I mean, Verdum is really great on the ground, and I mean, he has a long leg, so I mean, standing over him, throwing punches, I mean, it's dangerous.
You look like a guy because Cain's a really nice guy, but in the face, really does not fucking play games. You can see that. As we're talking, I'm looking him in the eye, but I'm trying to let him friendly talk. You don't want a fucking fighter to think you're making eye contact.
I was on the elevator with him, and I looked at him and I was like, "This man has killed people." I was like, "This is someone I'm going to be very gentle with." I'm like, "All right, but I don't have any questions. All my questions feel girly. I'm like, what color shorts do you wear?
Well, you got to ask him one question.
We're not having manly questions.
I just have to imagine there has to be someone who punches you where you're just like, Christ, I didn't know that guy was that strong. And it's got to psychologically, kind of you have to recalibrate everything. Or is it just kind of you're in the zone and you're just going?
I think that depends on the person. I mean, there's guys that will get hit and pretty much crumble under the pressure, and there's guys that will get hit and I mean it won't faze them. You know, I definitely feel like I'm one of those guys in training and stuff like that. I mean, you get hit. I mean, it's just. It's like, okay, now I'm gonna give you yours. That's the type of thing.
Yeah, because you would think you'd get hit and go oh no, I gotta fight this guy. How long is this?
Yeah. Is it one of those things if you lose your temper in there, you're lost, or does your temper kind of inspire you and then you are going on adrenaline and you're just tearing the guy apart? I think
if you have a game plan, you have to fight as far as being a calculating fight. You can't fight as far as being an emotional fighter. Right. You got to have a good balance between the two. If you're just going out there throwing wild punches, that's not good. I mean, it's just like in boxing. It goes, guy's really wild, sloppy with his technique. He's pretty much going to get beat. He's going to get knocked out.
Wow. I think a lot of people have a problem making the difference between that. Like you said, a boxer, you've seen boxing where the guy comes out and he's just sloppy and you go, wow, this guy is going to get his ass handed to him. But I don't think a lot of people get the finesse of mixed martial arts where that does happen, where because it's hard to tell if someone's being sloppy, to be quite honest, because there's a lot of rolling around going on, a lot of just punching wherever you can and kicking.
Unless you really know the sport and are really in it all the time and know all the technical stuff of it, you can find little stuff here and there of that. So.
Let's not forget we got an MMA expert in studio.
Actually,
Mars just loves the sport. He's an expert at it, and he usually comes up with the best question when you guys come in here to hang out with us.
He comes in black and blue.
Mars has been preparing all day for this. He's a little nervous, but look, he's even wearing a UFC shirt, as you can see.
Mars, you a respect for Cain, I would hope.
Yes, Cain, congratulations, by the way. I wasn't prepared to ask you any questions.
He's just being,
But he was prepared.
On the spot, I will ask you, when you get to fight Dos Santos, you say his boxing skills are better than yours, but your boxing skills are pretty up to par.
Thanks.
Well, up to par. He's the UFC champion, so
you're all right. Thanks. Yeah,
up to par compared to Dos Santos.
You cut the mustard. All right, that's nice. That's correct.
Mars. That's something to say to the UFC champion.
He's the champ.
Beat Brock Lesnar.
Hey, your boxing doesn't suck. It's great.
Up to par there, Cain. There's something to take home with you.
Cain, feel free to just punch him. Yeah.
So you think that I'm sure that you're going to stand up with him for a little bit, but he's also very hard to take down, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to try your best to take him down. How's his skills?
No need for Cain to answer. That's why I love Mars. He asks a question and then goes right on.
Mars gets so nervous. He's actually peeing, crapping, and he's going to puke in a second.
Right. Hold on.
He's looking down and he's fidgeting with his hands and the wires. And
yes, Mars has credited your moderate boxing skills.
And somewhere in here will be a question, by the way.
Yeah, man. Well,
he's reacting like this because he knew you guys were going to do it. He's like, here it comes.
How's Dos Santos' ground game compared to yours?
Pretty much haven't seen his ground game, but yeah, definitely. I think he is the best heavyweight boxer that there is in the UFC. But for us, we got to utilize everything that we know as far as boxing, kickboxing. We get through a lot of kicks, punches, mix it in with the wrestling too. If the takedowns are there, definitely take it. But nothing forced. If you try to force a takedown on somebody like that, you pretty much go into some trouble. But we haven't seen his ground game yet. So yeah, but we definitely plan on doing everything with them.
The Virus, Sirius-XM. This